Northern youths block Abia Highway. Some youths of Northern Extraction have blocked a major highway in Abia State to protest against incessant attacks and killing of herders and cows by unknown gunmen. The youths in their hundreds condemned the recent killing of scores of cows and a herder at Lokpata cattle market. However, they said the situation has affected their movement, thereby making it impossible for them to exercise freedom of movement in search of their daily livelihood. Also, some residents of Abia State recently demanded the immediate relocation of the regional cattle market at Lokpanta, which they allege provides cover for criminal herdsmen behind incessant kidnappings in the area. The government a few days ago equally embarked on demolition of brothels and shanties at the regional cattle market, saying that they now serve as hideouts for criminals terrorizing people around the area. Peter will be told to publicly declare his assets. The presidential candidates of New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Rabiu Kwankwaso, and that of the Labour Party (LP), Peter Obi, have been urged to declare their assets publicly. The Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP) made the call in a series of messages via its Twitter handle. SERAP said Kwankwaso and Obi should emulate Omoyele Sowore and make their assets public before the 2023 presidential election. The body also urged the presidential candidates to publicly reject vote buying ahead of the elections. Abga asked Ikpeazu to resign, apologize. The All Progressive Grand Alliance has called on Governor Okezie Ikpeazu of Abia State to show decency by resigning and apologizing to the people of the state over the withdrawal of accreditation from the State Polytechnic and the Medical College of Abia State University, Uturu. In a statement by the State Abga Chairman, Reverend Augustine Ehiemere, the party said it had received with sadness the accreditation of the Abia State Polytechnic, ABA, by the National Board of Technical Education. Don't abuse confidence of electorate, Obi warns politicians. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has urged Christians in Nigeria to pray that God touches the heart of the politicians so that they can use public money for public good. He insisted that public office holders should desist from abusing the grace given to them to govern Nigerians and the confidence the electorates reposed on them. Obi spoke in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, on Saturday during a denominational prayer organized by the Catholic Diocese of Umuahia to pray for him. Now let's go to reactions, which is a major part of our show. Stay tuned. This one by Guest 3. He said, even SERAP are biased by leaving out Tinubu and Atiku's name. And another one by Kenneth Nwoki. He said, we are surprised. SERAP has become a busybody. Guest A wrote, the problem Nigeria have today is imported Fulanis, which this present government used to fight Goodluck Jonathan. Those Fulani lead government imported them and tell them that they are the owner of Nigeria, whereas they are not. I am sorry for Hausa tribe of Nigeria because they don't know the agenda of this Fulani. Until this time, they called themselves Hausa Fulani, tried to dominate the whole north, killing Hausa people on daily basis. The time has come for you Hausans to raise and reclaim your father's land. Abraham Igbanugo wrote, is this not laughable? Why Peter Obi and Kwankwaso only? Should they declare their assets? How about Tinubu and Atiku? Sincerely, how about Tinubu and Atiku? And why should Peter Obi and... okay, let's assume they will even later declare their assets, that's Tinubu and Atiku. Why should Peter Obi do this separately? Gabriel Onwusoro wrote, some cattle rearers in Abia State keep killing some of their own cows for anticipated cash settlements from state government while blaming unknown gunmen. Could that be? that some will kill their own cattle due to there has been a package for those whose cattle were killed, and they have to go and do the killing themselves. Perhaps those monies are greater than the cattle. The price being paid for one, and somebody that is having bad market can just kill his own cattle and alert the government that a non-government has killed their cattle and get cash rewards for it. What do you think? Add on the comment section of this channel. Anene01 asked Gabriel Onwusoro, "Are you sure?" And Gabriel Onwusoro replied, "So you are not aware of the arrangements in some communities? Even the locals connive in killing some sick cows as to attract government attention, leading to their receiving some tips from the deals." It has turned to business. Even the locals are getting involved, according to Gabriel Onwusoro, because the government has promised certain cash rewards. So dead cows could be presented or killed, and they will tell the government these cows were killed by UGM members. That is how funny it's becoming. Abiodun Oladimeji wrote, "Before, Fulani people with their youths to live inside bush where there's no farm crops, but today they use cows to destroy people's farm." Ifeanyi Anago wrote, "Is Atiku or Tinubu no longer contesting?" These guys are reacting to the whole story, so you could see comment that differs from the other. They are not just reacting to one story, they are reacting to all the stories we share today, and we expect you to react to. Add your comment on the comment section. Param Tambia wrote, "The writer should correct the impression of northern Nigeria protesting. Fulani terrorist herdsmen cannot involve the good people of Hausa and Kanuri in a protest when the Fulani terrorist herdsmen committed the crime of kidnapping for ransom and robbery." And I think Barnabas John replying wrote, "Hausas are always support Fulani. They are Muslim. If not, now all this problem for be things of the past." This one wrote, "How can Obi's own be different? How come it's so early to do that now? Has he won already? I thought that should come before swearing in if he has won. Confusion everywhere." And Emma Ezara replies, "Don't mind the jobbers. The constitution is clear when one is expected to declare his assets." This one by Oscar Udeze. He wrote, "You know that you have no power to write a different law that should guide the opponents of your preferred candidates and another for your preferred candidates. When the time comes, all the presidential aspirants, including those you refuse to mention, even though you have been using bullion van to move money, which source is yet questionable, will do the needful as stipulated by our constitution. It is not this your inconsequential partisan demand." This one is referring to Serap, who asked P2B and Kwankwaso to declare their assets while leaving out Tinubu and Atiku. Now here is the first comment on Ikpeazu and the accreditation of Abia State, some high schools in Abia. I wonder if Abia people are here. I want to see your reactions on the comment section, please. This one, Jocelyne J. Okezie is a big embassy entertainment to the academic environment. Reason he can't pay civil servants. A man who was raised by a great mother and father. His mother was a retired public servant, nurse, and it was from the earnings he went to school, and now he can't pay civil servants and can't recognize the importance of education. A man who has doctorate degree. Shame to Okezie. Wow, so that guy has doctorate degree. Can you imagine? Mick Richard Ejiofor wrote, "Shame on you, Serap. Which nasty politics are you playing with Obi and Kwankwaso? You don't have professional ethics by inviting the presidential candidates of LP and NNPP to declare their assets. Who are you working for, and how, for what gainful exit? I implore to change your denomination and business orientation, because your prejudice and requests are awkward and violates the jurisdictional domain of your missions in the Nigerian society. Someone looted 80 billions and could not do anything to bring him to justice and forfeit all his ill-gotten assets. Abuchume wrote, "Can Igbo youths block Northern Highway in these manners, and the Northerners leave them, without turning it to fighting and killing?" And NG Love wrote, "Now on a government sponsor on non-gunmen to discredit the region in the name of destabilizing IPOB and hatred, just as they did in every protest. Why is there no arrest of them?" Olukemi Adelusi wrote, "So they can protest because of cows. How many protests have we had in the south, west, and east since they have been killing our people? This is human beings, oh, not animals. We need to shine our eyes, oh, and take the bull by the horns. God will save us and fight these battles for us. Amen, amen, amen." Bernard Chukwuma: "These are political strategy by the Northerners to make people think the Igbos are already discriminative even before their son comes in as a president. My candid advice is that this country has to separate, because fixing it as it stands is not feasible." Another reaction on Serap's asking P2B to declare his assets. Udezo Gochku wrote, "I thought declaration of assets should be when election is won and about to swear in, so as to know what to look on." And that is what I also think. I think Buhari declared his assets after he has won election. He didn't declare his asset before the election. I stand to be corrected.